Hello, everybody. We're back. Almost good people. We got a new studio. Oh my God, this is gonna be like a logo kind of situation. We got new segments. We got everything. We're on like some. We look at these chairs. We're on chairs that tell a story. They got a back print.
This chair is based on a journey.
This chair. This also it has been on one. This is almost broken.
This chairs I think were brought here from Vietnam or something crazy like that. Because we didn't buy them, of course, but somebody did, and they ended up with us, which was another journey. Yeah. How does an expensive chair from Vietnam end up at a podcast studio?
I think that's crazy. If you think about like stuff that we own now, where this will be at some. I mean, I think our stuff not necessarily because our stuff's garbage. But
I love how you were like, you know how stuff is not ours, but other
like
stuff,
high quality stuff, like just passed down. Like these chairs, they were in Vietnam, like a nice place, and now they're in Berlin. Not such a nice place.
I got a watch for my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
I never wore it because it was broken and never fixed it. But basically he got gifted when Subaru like won a rally, like a big event, and they made like a special occasion watch and sent it to all the people that like worked with the brand for some like important reason. Yeah. My grandpa got one, and it's the only thing that I got as an inheritance. And I'm always like, dude, this has so much history, and I would never wear it. But like,
is it a nice watch or?
It's fine. It's just like it looks blue when you look at it from the side, and when you look at it from the front, it looks a little like light blue on the screen. So maybe I just never was able to pull it off, and at some point I will be able to. I still have it, but right now I'm still introducing myself to the watch lifestyle.
Yeah,
which is
slow and steady. Yeah, Bruno got a watch. Bruno likes to wear the watches about as tight as they can possibly be on his wrist.
I'm still learning. Okay,
Squeezed on there. Look at this.
Better. Now
like
it's better.
Like he's. Like you're driving rally, like dude, you're on deployment and you're holding a gun.
Dude, you don't any watch mobility can my aim, bro.
Yeah, I can tell.
But no, the watch lifestyle has hit me hard. It's amazing. I never thought I would do this. I did it. I bought this watch basically to start timing myself in longer sets, right? Because I think for me, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, easy. 15 even. I can easily do 15 and know kind of where I'm at. But not recently, but I've been doing 30s and 40s more often now.
Yeah.
And that's like sometimes you're doing 30 and then you're like, is this minute 25 or minute 5? And you have no idea. Yeah. So I bought this because I was like, okay, let me start timing myself. And then I never did.
Yeah, but you can look at it right before you go up and then you look at it again like at some point during the
Yeah. I gotta get used to it, but it's cool. I have to say, makes me feel more European to have accessories and stuff, you know?
Really? Is that what Europeans are about?
No, maybe I just never thought of it in Peru, but now I'm like I accessorize, dude. I got a watch, dude.
A different man.
I'm a different. Honestly, big differences. First of all, way more confidence, dude. I can either be too confident or insecure.
Yeah.
And this watch has changed my. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know, what's going on. Then I look at the watch and I'm like, I got a watch, bro.
Don't even worry about it.
I know the time, bro.
Bruno also got the watch. You got the shirt that's so tight that it's almost about to burst.
The thing is, I'm doing a Latino podcast later with Palma. And I got my wife beater on.
There we go.
So I got the toxic masculinity uniform locked and loaded.
Bruno has been continuing with the bulk. He's jacked. I just watched some of our old clips. I look jacked, and this is all gone. This is all gone. Like if the videos that are coming out now, people are like, God damn, I can't wait to unwrap this present. and if you do now, there's nothing there.
Yeah,
how's the box empty?
The surprise is what happened to all that muscle mass.
What the surprise?
You're like, let me unwrap this box. And you unwrap the box, and you're like, it's gone.
It is. Somebody stole the surprise.
Yeah.
Oh man, my thing is, for me bulking, it's so hard, and I got sick for like a month I was not really on top of my calories, and I just lost 3 kilos, just straight up, just plummeted.
Which again, we've talked about this before, but for me, the chubster of the team, this is such a I could gain 3 kilos in a week if I wanted to.
Really,
I've been losing weight for the last like 4 months, and I think I've gained a kilo.
it's so hard, man.
I'm literally going against my human nature by trying to lose weight.
And I'm less funny when I'm trying to bulk.
Yeah, then you just gotta, if it's good for your comedy, it's good for life. If not, you gotta just.
But then I'm just skinny. It's just who I am. Just
skinny Ludwig, bro.
It's no good, man.
Skinny. You know how they used to have these like 60s nicknames?
Yeah,
for like
I'm Skinny Louie.
Skinny Louie. That's a good mobster name. But I was gonna say, watch. One more good thing and one more bad thing about the watch lifestyle. First of all, watch scored me a first date.
What?
I got a first date because of the watch. 100% accredited to the watch, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was, at a bar, some friends, this girl, and at some point I'm like, nah, it's, Bruno, out of your league, dude. This is not a girl you should, make a move on. You're not there yet, Be patient. You can get there in 15 years. And then I was like, the future is now, bro. I was like, I'm ready, bro. I looked at the watch, I looked at myself, and I was like, you got this, bro. You got this.
To the young woman out there, best of luck. I will take your complaints. If you send me I'll deal with the lawsuit. So if you're suing Bruno, almost good people at something.com.
We are insured.
We are not insured for assault. And maybe we should.
This podcast will come out after the first date because
after
otherwise
the first assault.
otherwise there wouldn't be no first date.
Again, we are uploading with such a hefty delay.
Excellent.
By the time you're on the next date and she's like, "What did you just say about me?"
Oh, dude. This is, at some point she was like, "I don't like listening to podcasts," and I was like, "Thank God."
Good.
I was like, "You're my type."
Let me tell you, you and nobody else likes to listen to our podcast.
Oh my God. I was like, that's my type. But yeah, that's the last watch W of the week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start making it a segment. Watch wins of the week.
Watch wins.
But the one thing that I realized is that now I feel like I could get mugged.
How much the watch is?
This watch is worth like $50 at most.
Yeah.
But before, like, you would look at me and you would be like, this guy looks like he just came out of Primark. This guy, his whole body is worth at most $60.
Yeah.
And I just doubled it. I doubled the muggability.
Now you look like you just came out of Primark, but you knew how long you were in there.
Yeah.
I was wasting a lot of time in there.
Yeah, no, I feel more like a target now. I feel slowly becoming a European, dude.
It's a good life, no?
It is.
It do be a good life. Though.
It is, dude. I have something to lose now on my watch.
And it's almost $60.
It's almost 60. Oh, bro, what a life.
That's good, man.
What a banger.
No, I've bought this one, and I don't know if I already talked about it, but this one has like a white like lettering on it. Like the base is white. And I didn't realize up until the second I stepped on stage that I'm blinding the audience, which is about the most obnoxious thing you could do on stage.
It reflects.
Oh, dude, it's you could see a clear white dot of light just traveling through the crowd with every act out. So that's what I do. Like, I just move it inwards when I perform.
That's good.
But then
you could exploit it. You could just, if somebody is not laughing, you could just
let me flash you with my watch. Yeah.
You know when you were a kid and you get the laser pointer?
Yeah. I did that once, and that got me in so much trouble. I was just playing with the laser pointer. Somehow I had the laser pointer in the back of the class. There was no teacher. Everyone was just having fun. And then there was like a kid in the front row, like just being annoying. And I just pointed at him. And I don't know if it was on a like an intentional or not. It's too far back. You never know. And I just hit him in the eye just for a split second. And it was the kid that was always a little bit troubled. And then he was like, whoa, just started yelling, just losing his mind. I was like, dude, it was for a second.
So he was like, you made me blind.
Yeah. I'm blind now. And then talking to the teacher, and I had to do a little bit of damage control. So I kind of went to him and I'm like, I saw who did it.
I saw that. You just blamed it on someone else.
I was like, don't worry about it, man. We got you. Don't tell the teacher, please. And he was like, oh, thank you for helping me since you did it. And he was like, how did you know that it was me?
So you tried to first. I find it hilarious that first the guy that was always creating drama went and snitched, because that's the guy that should never snitch, you know?
I mean, I didn't snitch on anyone. I wouldn't have told.
No. I mean, wait. Was when you say the troubled kid, do you mean like the kid that got bullied? Or the kid that did
bullied.
Oh, okay.
It was the nerd in class that was like...
When you said troubled, I thought you meant the guy that always got in trouble.
No.
Okay,
Those were the people on my side.
So this is a story about you abusing a poor child.
He wasn't a poor child. He was also an asshole. Like, he was not a supportive kid. But...
Okay, that's solid. So this is Louis turning his bullying into content.
And then, I kind of did this. And then he was like, what? He was like, yeah, let's... And the teacher we were supposed to have during that time was the strictest one in school. Like,
And then he fucked
he what?
He fucked your shit up.
Okay, I thought... I was like, oh, no. No, we were talking... Like, he didn't show up that day. Thank God. I would have, like... I have a problem if that happens. I realized it the second it happened. I was, like, just putting the dot on, like, the board. And then he walked in front and... Like, oh no,
man! Did you ever do the magnifying glass
and then burn something?
Ants? Yeah. Oh, I did.
Ants?
I didn't do.
Bruno grew up in the jungle.
The typical one is ants, but I did it just to start fires most of the times. I think I might have done ants once or twice. But I remember one time we were like at a farm, like a friend of my mom's farm or something. We were staying there for a little bit. And there was like this area. Imagine like just, I don't know, 100 square meters or so. That was just pure hay. And my sister and like the friend's daughter or something like that were doing the magnifying glass there. And it started a fire. And thank God the guy, like the owner of the farm, noticed, and he just ran out and like turned it off, like put it out
with his hand.
Like he stepped on it. He got like a thick blanket or something like that. Dude, my sister could have destroyed an entire farm just with a magnifying glass. She was a kid. She didn't notice. And then she got like basically yelled at. And I was like, this is so enjoyable.
You're just sitting in the back like, this could have been me, but it was not today.
I was like, I am a reasonable kid.
Yeah.
I actually just felt left out. I was like, when I was watching them do it, I was like, why can't I do it too? And then they were getting screamed at. And I was like, see, I'm smart. That's why
I anticipated this a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, this is no good.
The watch lifestyle. Okay.
Yeah, you've been away, man.
I went to Mallorca. I was
Mallorca. How did you like rest on the beach, or was it just activities?
Yeah, so it was the schedule. I went to Mallorca with my colleagues. And basically, I was supposed to arrive on Monday morning because basically, I wanted to have that day. All the activities were Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And, the activities were Wednesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to have Monday and Tuesday for myself. And so I tried to fly Monday morning, and then Ryanaired. And they canceled the flight. I had to wait for like 4 hours in the airport, and they just canceled the flight. But anyway, Tuesday I get a flight. Like I had to like a whole stress situation that we can get into more in detail later. But basically, I get to Mallorca like let's say Tuesday at like 2-3 p.m. We have lunch as a team. It's nice, and then we just do some like work stuff, and then we have dinner together. We cook dinner together. So it was kind of a busy day, no beach. Then Wednesday, my boss had like rented out like a boat ride, and we were gonna like be on a boat swim around there, but then the weather was bad, so it got canceled. And then we just ended up going to the beach and chilling at the beach instead, because it was like bad boat weather, but not bad weather.
Yeah.
So, and it was actually so much better in my opinion, because it's a problem with these like work retreats that it's like they try to make it all active and all team building. We were just laying at the beach.
That's perfect.
People were reading books. I was like, one of my best friends from college actually works in my company too. I got him the job, or well, I recommended him for the job, and so it was like we were there just like one of the boys, you know.
Nice, that's cool.
Like I was, yeah, just stuff that I can't say because it was now he's also my colleague.
Yeah.
But we were being the boys, you know.
Okay.
That was really fun, and yeah, just chilling at the beach, getting some sun. That was excellent. But yeah, it was like half days of work, half days of activities, like intense.
Oh, actual work.
I mean, more like like strategy meetings. and
Okay. Like, what are we gonna do next year?
Yeah, because it's a remote first company. So me and my boss live in Berlin, and then nobody else lives in Berlin. And it's a team of like 10 people, or 8 people. So
well, then it makes sense with the team event, because it's like the first time you see and it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't matter where you meet, might as well meet on an island.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also
because I was wondering, I was like, why would you all fly there? But it's like you're not here anyways, so
yeah, and also it's like a thing of like they save so much money in not having an office.
Yeah.
Like this whole remote first setup, I love it because he's like my boss or the founder saving a lot of money that way. I'm flexible to pick which co-working, basically not right now, but in the like near future, he'll pay for that. Like basically everyone saves money, and it's just better because you don't have to move somewhere for a job, right?
Yeah.
And again, now you get to go to Mallorca too.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. So it was really nice. I had we got drunk, and we were. It was nice. You know, it's a cool team where you talk about stuff that would get you fired at other companies, you know?
Okay.
We went through all the political topics that people just avoid. And it was all like, they were like disagreements within a reasonable range. So it wasn't like somebody was like a neo-Nazi or something like that. But some people were like more to the right and more to the left. And we just like discussed and like,
still talking about it.
we got a little tipsy the one night, and we were like talking all the topics. We were talking
That's cool, though.
psychedelics and how they're good for therapy, or like it was just like wild. I was like, I've seen these people 3 times in my life, and it's.
But that's cool, man. That's how you know this is also like a good company culture, when you're not just like on edge all the time.
And pretending you're like a person you're not. I think that's great, because I also think wearing a mask is exhausting, and it takes effort.
Oh, yeah.
And if every time you go to the office, you got to put on your mask, that's energy. First of all, it makes you sad. Second of all, it's energy you could be putting towards actually working.
Yeah.
Instead of pretending you're a good worker, you could actually be.
It could actually work.
Yeah. So
that took me a minute when I got into freelancing. When you're busy, looking busy, and then you're like, whoa, nothing gets done here. And you're like, damn, I really got to work over here. Because otherwise, no one, like, you look busy. I'm great at looking busy. But yeah, it's
doing busy.
Yeah. Now they actually like effort stuff. Rough. Bro.
Yeah, but bro, one thing we did was the second day activity that wasn't like businessy. We went cliff diving. And
okay, that's cool.
It was like not super like, I think the biggest one was like 15 meters or something like that.
Yeah, it's still.
I didn't do that one. Basically, there were like a bunch. I think the highest one I did was like 10 meters.
Yeah.
And like the drop was so long that at some point I looked down to be like, why am I not in the water yet? And that's something you shouldn't do, because I almost knocked myself out.
Oh, because you looked.
I looked down, and then I felt the water, because what you do is you break the water with your legs.
And then you just slide in, yeah.
Slide in. No, I broke the water with my legs. And
also your face.
I broke my I literally, I felt it like this. Like an uppercut, an ocean uppercut in my face.
Yeah.
And then I got down, and I was like, fine, like whatever. But I could feel my jaw, like, you just got punched in the face. And then there were the higher cliffs, and I was like, nah, I'll do smaller than 10 meters now, and I did there were a bunch of like 8 meter again, like,
Yeah.
and I did all of those again, but I was like, nah, dude, I'm out.
Especially when you just got hit. Like, this is when you get hurt. Like, you take one of these and you're like, all right, that was a warning. Let me just relax for the rest
Yeah,
of the day.
don't like be overconfident in your abilities.
Yeah.
For me, that was basically the thing. I was like, this is fun, but I can tell that for whatever reason, I'm not locked in to do this properly
Yeah.
at the moment. And it's like, I would rather, it's like the kid that just started skating and he just like jumps the huge ramp and dies.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that kid. You know?
Yeah.
You just, if you get stuck to medium ramps and built up, maybe you could do the big one, but don't. And yeah, I was like, I could tell other people in my team that were doing it more often, they were like into it and they had done it before. Like one of them is even like a wildlife, got certified like a wildlife guide or something. I don't remember. Something like that.
Certified wildlife guy.
Wildlife. Yeah. Something like that. She did like a course or something like that.
What
and
was
she
the
did
course?
of
Like
that.
survive in the wild or?
Yeah, apparently like hunting but also like rappelling, like abseiling, you call it in German. We also,
Yeah.
We also did abseiling there.
Which is like you're on top of a rock and then just like go down. Is that
Everywhere else it's called rappelling.
Yeah.
But in German they're calling abseiling.
Abseilen.
Yeah. But so it's the rope. Yeah. So she did a bunch of those things. We did it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun as well. But yeah, she was locked in the whole time. She was jumping the cliffs like they were like a trampoline. She was like, I don't give a fuck. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy, man. I admire those people, but it's also the practice. Like if you live outside and you just do these things, you get much better at them.
oh, it's so fun. Yeah, and you can tell like there's people who just do it all the time. At the same time, I really don't feel like it's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool when you see someone that's like it's totally their thing and they do things that you're like, I would die if I did this often. And they're like
nothing from
like surfers.
Yeah.
If you see big wave surfers, you're like, I would die 7 times before I got to the big wave.
It's but the thing is, like, you don't actually, like, not a lot of people die with these things. Like, you can get very hurt, but the thing is, like, not a lot of people drown. Actually, some do, but most don't because they hold you underneath for maximum like 10 seconds. But the thing is, in these 10 seconds, you're getting ripped apart.
Yeah, I also think there's a really good culture in surf, and again, we're both talking out of our ass.
Yeah, we have no idea.
I did like I went to the beach a lot back in Peru, so that I was around surfers a lot growing up, and I bodyboarded, which is like the other thing.
It's not the cool stuff.
It's not the cool one.
Yeah.
What there is a lot of is like a beach culture, and like people, the locals will be like, hey, you clearly don't know what you're doing, don't even get in. So I think there would be a lot more deaths if
people wouldn't warn you.
Yeah, and they wouldn't warn you, or people like if you or me went to like a big wave ocean, like a Mavericks or one of these like places where you catch big waves, we would probably die. And when I say probably, I mean like very likely. It's just that we wouldn't go, you know?
I mean, if you have these like vests, the cartridges.
Yeah, but exactly like that. Now you're talking, do research and prepare yourself.
I mean, of course. Well, if you do anything without the proper, if you do abseiling without the zeil, yeah, you're gonna be dying as well. Like
I'm assuming zeil means rope. But
yeah, it is. If you ride bicycle, but you're missing the bike and you just go 80 miles an hour on concrete. Yeah, you're probably also not gonna look very nice.
Yeah, no, but it is like pretty dangerous, and even some experts died from time to time. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole experience, and then the ocean. This is I think first or second time for me in the Mediterranean. Man, the sea is so much better than the ocean. You know, seas are like the
smaller oceans,
like basically contained, like separated by more land. They're always so much warmer.
Yeah, it's good. The Atlantic is freezing.
I grew up next to the Pacific.
Freezing.
Kalt.
Yeah,
Kalt as hell.
Yeah,
this stuff was like, I was I was just chilling. It felt like a pool. It felt like a nicer pool. No waves either.
That's what I don't like though. I like to surf, and I'm like, there's no Mediterranean. If you windsurf, there's a few places where you can do that, but there's no waves.
You can find places with the waves,
but not big ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably not. But
I mean, like ones where you can actually surf.
Okay, I just know I was chilling in the pool.
Yeah. So it's a nice place.
And then, dude, we went also like cave. This was all like one tour. This was like a 4-hour sesh with the abseiling, the cliff jumping.
Oh man, that's beautiful. You know, this is the kind of stuff where afterwards, this is the best tired.
Yeah.
You're like, you're just in the bus back to the hotel, like.
And we had a two. Yeah, you're like. You know, like,
yeah, that was like I've lived.
That was the best time.
Yeah, you were not on the phone. You were just in real life.
Yeah.
And now you can't wait to eat some good shower. And then it's like this warm summer night.
And we went to.
You went to a nice restaurant.
We did, dude. Because the boat ride got canceled, we got like a huge refund. And then when we went to the beach that day instead, we barely spent any money. So in the restaurant we went to, my boss was like, "Guys, we've spent like 30% of the budget for this trip, so whatever you want." Today, he was like, usually I wouldn't have said that, but we literally, it feels like we saved money on this trip, so you gotta ball out, and we ball out. Oh my god, that was a good food.
This is the kind of stuff where like every restaurant wants this. Yeah. It's like a corporate trip, and you can tell that like we have some budget to burn, and whatever we don't burn now, we don't get to keep. And they're just like, "Oh, get the good stuff, everybody."
Yeah, we got the good stuff. But dude, like at the end, so we did the cliff diving, we did the rappelling, right? So just grabbing a rope and like climbing down a cliff, into the ocean.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then there were caves. So there's a lot of caves in Mallorca. And we went to the part with less Germans, by the way.
Yeah. You didn't want the first beach you get right from the airport.
Yeah, no. We went to the other side of the island because apparently, like, Germans invaded Mallorca. They colonized that place. And it's insane. Like, they got like Oktoberfest type bars, you know. It's insane. But yeah, we went to the other side, and because it's kind of off season now, or it's not like high season, it was like quite empty. So that was nice. All the cliffs were empty, and there's a lot of these underwater caves. So we went inside these caves.
Gee.
And like, dude, because there's no sunlight, then you can see the ocean and it looks turquoise. It looks like this.
Oh yeah, because the sunlight comes in through the cave. Yeah.
And it looked insane. It looked so beautiful. Then at some point we were so deep into the cave that it was like pitch black. Like literally pitch, like you couldn't see anything. If you had your eyes open or closed, it was the same.
That's wild. Yeah.
And if you close your eyes now, it's still more light than what we had at the cave.
Yeah.
Imagine even darker and with your eyes open. It was so trippy. I literally felt like I was like finding myself in some way. Because I was like surrounded in water. Imagine eyes wide open and you can't see anything. It's like, oh, I guess all I can see is my soul. You know, I guess this is me.
Yeah.
You know? It was wild. And then my friend, the one from college, climbed on me because he didn't want to get lost somehow. We're doing like a human
all right, easy, brother.
What do you call it? The human
centipede,
but like in a non horror movie horror. You know the what, like a line, you know, where you grab each other's shoulders not to get lost. And then instead of grabbing my shoulder, this little bastard just climbed on me like a monkey. And he almost drowned me. So I went from like, oh my God, I am feeling my soul, to like,
oh, you were in water.
We were in water inside a cave.
Oh, you dove into it?
We didn't really dive. Like we kind of like, so you kind of climb in through a gap. There's like water. And then the more you walk in, the more it gets full of water. But you always are either like a meter away from the floor. So you can just push yourself up, or you can walk on water.
Okay. So
it was always like water up to here.
Oh, maybe. Really? Well, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, I thought you were walking in the cave.
No, like in water, which also made it cooler. And then this little bastard just climbs on me and makes me drown at some point.
Wild.
Oh, it was amazing. And yeah, banger.
Damn.
And last highlight, at some point we're like in the cliffs and stuff, and there's this random like dock or something like that, and the guide's like, yeah, this we really got mad when we saw this dock, like us, the tour guides, when the first time we saw it, because it was full of semen. And I was like, the whole team was like, what? And he was like, yeah, because like, you know, we were here and we always use these caves, and when they built the dock, the whole ocean, you couldn't see anything because it was so cloudy from all the cement. And they were like, what? Wait, how? And he was like, yeah, the cement, you know, when they built the dock.
Oh, whoa.
That's
All right.
literally, the guy was saying cement. He was,
Yeah.
he was like, this dock was just full of cement. And we were all
Like, you mean the cave we just waded through? Like,
Yeah.
just.
we were swimming in cement.
Yeah, a lot of semen in there.
Dude.
Gee.
But the worst part is the first time between when he said it and when we got the clarification, there might have been like 30 seconds to a minute of like, just like bathing.
All of
mentally.
you marinating in the thought of like, I gotta burn everything.
And then but the worst part is I was like, this checks out. Like in terms of like, it's basically like, there's this like, again, a bunch of cliffs, very isolated. And then there's this dock, just like a little like protruding from the mountain, a dock that's basically the house that built it illegally. That's why they were complaining, because they illegally built the dock. They kind of, imagine there was this house above the cliffs, and they kind of built a stairway down on like their own little private dock. And again, they built it with cement. So the cement, when it was drying, it just got on the ocean and kind of ruined the environment for a little bit until the ocean cleaned it out, right?
Yeah, I see.
And so-
okay.
That part made sense, but at the same time, I was like, it checks out. Like,
Yeah, that's a remote.
That's a
dock
great place.
somewhere else. Yeah,
that's a great place.
you were like,
to
I
fill up.
thought about it, and before you said it.
I was like, I would fill this place up with semen too. No, because you know, and it was funny because the team started agreeing. I told them, of course, because this is that kind of trip.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, you're right, because everyone talks about having sex on the beach, but it's like too much sand and stuff. But you get a little cement dock in
You
the
get
middle
an illegal dog.
illegal dock in the middle of nowhere, no sand. You got the ocean next to you, complete privacy unless the owners come down.
Just look down like somebody's again on our cement dock.
And even if they do, they can't complain because it's illegal.
Yeah.
So what are they gonna do? Just like, bye. But yeah, everyone's like, yeah, this checks out, and it made me think, like, dude, that spot, like Mallorca, not the party place, but the Mallorca, the side that's like more nature and stuff. Romantic, bro.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. I went there and I went to the party side in separate trips. But yeah, the remote part is so nice.
Turquoise water, caves, pitch black darkness.
Yeah, this
The
is.
cement dock.
And then you go to the other side and it's just neon lights and everybody's drunk. And it's
That
like,
part is also full of cement.
yeah, that's the other kind of cement.
That's the non-concrete.
That's
cement.
gonna stay in the ocean. This is actually poisoning the ocean.
Oh my god, that's like. We were like, Theo, we were like, do you think the fish eat it?
Of course.
It's all nature, bro.
Of
It's
course,
all
man.
the cycle of life.
It's just a cycle. What is it called? Cycle economy?
The circular economy.
Circular
It's,
economy.
the circle of life, dude. That's one day in 500 years, you're gonna go back to Mallorca and you're gonna see a bunch of blonde fish.
You know, sometimes in life, it's weird like that. I can already feel it. That whatever this dock is, in like 10 years, I'll be on a trip there, and I'm going to find that dock, and I'm going to call and be like, I think I'm at the semen dock.
Oh, dude,
I'll send you a picture, and you're like, dude, that's the dock.
if you go to Mallorca, text me. I'll send you to the cement dock.
Send me location, bro.
The first person that has sex on the cement dock gets free Patreon. We don't have a Patreon yet.
Not yet.
But when we do, You get free access.
By the time you're at the dock, we
Yeah.
will have it.
Hopefully. But is it okay? Is it an okay offer to make? I know we're losing out on potential revenue here, but I feel like
Yeah, how would they prove it though? See, yeah, I think, and that brings us to the next lawsuit, which is what is it? Bribing into prostitution.
I think you can send us a selfie in the cement dock and a voice message where you and your girlfriend or partner or boyfriend or whatever corroborating it. Both parties involved corroborated.
No, it's you on the beach, like a picture of you and your partner on the, or you alone. That doesn't count. You got to bring a partner.
I did that too.
Quick, no. You take a picture of you on the dock, and then a separate picture of you of all your swimming trunks on the dock, like separated. So it just not of you, but just like of all of the stuff you wore on the dock. So
Showing
at
you-
least you were naked
Yeah.
for a moment.
Yeah.
That does qualify. And now we just get a million pictures in our entire Patreon. It's just people that have been to
That's
that.
solid.
And
That's solid.
honestly, we get complaints from the owner of the house. They're so upset that they actually report their own dock.
This would be totally worth it for me.
Yeah.
If we got like the dock banned, I would be the happiest man on the planet.
And then the tour guide on the next tour is like, don't stay in the water in the cave. There's a cement dock.
Dude,
And they're
I
like,
would-
you mean cement? No. No. I said cement, and then the guys had a podcast, and apparently everyone comes here now. It's a very different dock.
Art influencing reality, bro. Oh my god, that's the dream. That's the dream. Oh yeah, but I was like, honestly, I would, if I came back to Mallorca with like a girlfriend or something like that, I would go to the cement dock. I would go to the sea. That's like
Send location.
saying, look, that's so, but it's so romantic, dude. Just cliff, you're surrounded by mountains. The house can't see you. The house, like, they built a lot of stairs, so it looked like it took at least like 10 minutes walking from the house to get to the dock.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's very isolated. Just turquoise water, like the Mediterranean.
The name of this episode is just gonna be the coordinates of the dock. that would be funny.
I love it.
I
But yeah, I was like, this is beautiful. This is amazing. What else did I have on the cement dock? I think that's it.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I was vicariously living through you with that trip. I feel like I was on holiday now.
Oh, it was honestly, it
Yeah.
was a joy. It was so necessary. Just being underwater, just like I'm not. So at some points I had thoughts like, how does this impact my comedy? And then I was like, Bruno, just be in the water.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good because you're relaxed.
Yeah, and like clearing my head was just
That's what I'll be doing Monday, Tuesday. I was supposed to take off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday but then one show got rescheduled and it's a pretty big show, so I was like, all right, I'll do that one. And so Sunday I'll be still in Berlin, and then Monday, Tuesday I think I'm going home, just doing nothing.
as usual.
And like, I think the important part is because I've done 2 days off here, it's not the same. Like leaving the city, that's what clears your head.
Yeah.
You're like new place.
And your houses or your hometown is very nature heavy, right? Very like small town.
Yeah, I'll drive a little bit outside of the city. Just
Do a little hike.
yeah, that's what I'll
A
do.
little hike, a little chilling in the forest. That's
Yeah.
nature. It grounds you. Reminds you you're just an animal.
Yeah. Because here, man, the concrete jungle and the cement jungle
The cement jungle. This Berlin really is the
is
cement
the cement jungle.
Oh my god, cement stories. Yeah, I love unwinding and realizing that you're just a monkey.
And it's also like a good thing because you're like, finally you realize that none of this matters.
yeah, you're just a monkey.
You're just,
You're a little monkey. You're a big monkey actually. You're a solid monkey, but it can all come crashing down just like this.
and then it doesn't matter because that's you start to like shorten your time frame. You're like, this has been if it all ends tonight, we've got a pretty solid run. So let's be grateful for that. Keep aiming and keep improving, but in those moments you're like, all right, actually, let me look back for a sec and realize what has happened in the last couple of months.
You're loving life, and the biggest thing is still a grain of sand. you're
A grain of sand.
it's just a speck of dust in the
Oh, yeah.
universe, you know. And it, like when you're so self-absorbed and you're in the cement jungle and like everything seems to be like it's all in your head all at once. It's so hard to let go because it all feels so important. And then you go to the woods and you're like, oh, if I didn't have electricity, I would die.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
And it puts into perspective. And you're like, this tree is older than everything I've done and will ever do in my life. And let's be honest, a really tall sheep could kill you. You know, a really strong cow could murder you. And why does anything even matter?
For sure. That's why I also like to go to the mountains, like Switzerland, because that nothing puts me more at ease and at peace than that.
Yeah.
Because man, you're up there, and you look at these giant mountains.
Yeah.
Just also like because the place that my family lives is like a super remote. It's not super anything in Switzerland really is a remote,
Yeah.
but this is especially like a really small village, like the last one before the road ends. Like the roads lead up there, and then there's no more cement. It's just dirt.
The end of the cement.
Yeah, you drive up there, and then it just ends, and then you can just drive up if you have a Jeep, and you can see through these entire like along the rivers for like kilometers, just through the mountain chains, and then you're like, I really gotta edit this reel, and you're like, no, you don't. Nothing matters.
The internet in its infiniteness, the internet is still doesn't put that, like, you could be like, there's enough Wikipedia articles for 10 lifetimes, but it doesn't have that effect of like, I'm nothing.
Yeah. It's just this. You looking up that mountain, you're like, monkey small.
Monkey small, bro.
Monkey not big as mountain, but monkey leave.
You could be jacked, but are you as jacked as the Alps?
Yeah, it's impossible, man. You look at up these mountains, and then just walking around them, like the patience you have when you walk, and then there's like, I love the part of the hike where you walk towards like a big turn, and you're like, wow, the second I'm there, I'm going to have an entirely new view for like hundreds of kilometers. And before that, you're like, right now I just see this mountain, and you're like, whoop, wow.
Yeah, I remember like a couple of, because I studied in Switzerland, right?
Yeah.
And we took a couple of ski trips, even to like the cheap mountains, like because we were students, right? But just you get up the lift and then you look down and you're like, what is this? Because it's like the ski side, you can see down the slope. Like it's literally made for you to see from the top all the way to the town, like 1,000 meters below you. So it's like everything feels so tiny, and also a great place to spread your cement.
Gross.
I shouldn't have phrased it that way, but it's also on the bucket list for me to have sex on top of the Alps. Like not the highest peak, but you know.
And then Bruno's the first person who loses his penis because of some dumb bucket list stuff. I'm just frozen off, and somebody's like, "Oh no, a dog lost its bone up here."
Two things. First of all, I would get a little scarf for it, so I would survive. 100%, I would get a little scarf.
This is so gross.
I'm not.
You're in DM. You're like, "Do you have thermo condoms?" And they're like, "Excuse me," and you're like, "Yeah." I need them thicker. And they're like, what do you need them for? I'm like, outdoorsy stuff.
Outdoorsy
stuff.
Yeah. You
Wintery.
You get like what do you call it? The thick cloth? The thick cloth? The
microfiber?
The microfiber condoms.
No, one of these emergency blankets.
Yeah, emergency blanket. Just you can see me. My girl's like, what are you doing the night before? I'm like just doing arts and crafts. Just like
tinkering.
And I'm like,
and then on top of the mountain, because they're so reflective, you just see like a glimpse, like me and the watch. It's just, is someone sending an emergency signal? No, that's Bruno.
That's Bruno. Oh, but it's first second thought, somebody's definitely frozen their dick off before. I wouldn't be
100%.
I wouldn't be the first person.
100%.
But no, imagine like just that view, like having the immensity of nature and nothingness around you.
Yeah.
And then that booty. You know? You know the contrast. You know, monkey small, monkey like.
That's the thing is, you're actually saying it. She's just and you're just like monkey like. She's like, what are you talking about?
And she's like, Bruno, it's over.
And you're like, monkey sad.
Monkey sad.
But also monkey happy. Monkey confused, really.
Monkey no understand monogamy. Oh my god, yeah, just do it like the ancients, dude. Just
What is the ancients?
the ancients, dude. That's the closest we're gonna get to caveman sex.
All right, this is spiraling out of control. What is
The cement episode.
that? Was the dock was where it all went wrong.
The dog, but it also went right.
Oh, that was funny as hell.
Oh my god. Okay, we got some segments now.
I think should we just are the segments strong enough? Because for this week we thought of doing like 2 segments, but I don't think. Should we just? I think this was such a great
This
episode.
is a great. Yeah, we'll do it next time.
Guys, thank you so much. This has been this episode. You've been great.
Almost got people.
See ya.